Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Jewel Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Lou, Seth, guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing tonight?
What up?
Good man. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was
Jesus.
just gonna say I'm smoking because so many of our audience are seemingly upset that we review cigars, but we don't smoke cigars. So there you go. I'm out freezing for our audience. You're welcome. This for you. This for all the Developing Palates subscribers. We love you guys.
There you go. All right, so today we are talking about the Crux Limitada PB5 2020. Cigar is a Toro Extra 5 3/4 by 54. Comes out of the Plasencia factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Nicaraguan Engañoso. Binder and filler both from Nicaragua. It is blended by Jeff Hogan. Price point is $12.99, and the cigar was released in May of 2020. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Yeah, by the way, I hear there's a certain demographic that really enjoys watching footage of people smoking cigars. So
I don't know if you know this, but I'll do anything for our audience, Jim. If I need to smoke out here with my shirt off, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to take Developing Palates to the next level.
Slut alert. Okay. Now let's talk about the cigar. Okay, so I thought it was a good beginning third. I really like off the bat, this is a very metallic, kind of a mineral-y kind of a cigar for me. But the first third was good, whereas the remaining of it was kind of average. Good in the sense of, you get a lot of that earthy metallic kind of tone, metallic mineral kind of tones. Still, what that got more like this, like cream cherries. And when you retrohale it, you get that a lot more. You get some nice softness and bread, some woodsiness and cedar as well. So I really dug that. But as the cigar went through, within the second and last third, a lot of those like softer tones of bread and cherries and that kind of thing started to dissipate, and it was just predominantly that metallic minerality and cedar. So it was kind of a letdown in that sense. So overall flavor profile, I would say average. In terms of construction, no issues. But I'll get to this later in terms of just the Crux's PB5 line. But this particular one, it's overall average.
All right, Seth, what were your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the cigar looked nice in appearance. Nice soft press. Delivered some flavors of, I was getting some barnyard, musty wood, cherries, cocoa notes. It all kind of felt a little faint and subtle throughout. It was present, but it was never overpowering. And I kind of just felt that flavor profile just remained continuous throughout. I didn't see much transitioning or changing. Medium in strength and body, I found. I had some poor construction in the second third. I got some canoeing. I haven't had canoeing in a cigar, and it was pretty cool. I was like, I forgot about this. This is what it was.
I'm a real cigar smoker now.
Yeah, man. It's like, God, I haven't gotten this in a while. And it, I corrected it. So that was kind of a bummer, and the draw was a little loose. It felt soft, in my opinion. It felt soft.
Hey, John, what were your thoughts?
I'm going to be with June on this one. The first third started out really interesting. Dry cedar, graham cracker, breadiness. Really got that minerality in the retrohale, post-draw. There's kind of I didn't get the cherry, but I got a lot of citrus, which was interesting. And then the minerality kind of was a little more prominent as the cigar settled in. A little bit of baking spices offsetting that. So the first third was, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And then that complexity just kind of fell off a bit in the second and last third. I mean, it's still pleasant. There's citrus rind, baking spices, but it just didn't have that same level of palate interest as the first third. Last third was mostly just chocolate and cedar, a little bit of orange. And so, I was a little disappointed because I think Crux can blend better than this. And it's a limitada. So, you kind of going into it, I think maybe expecting a little bit more. I had great burn. Burn was pretty straight all across the experience. So no problems there. And the draw was maybe a half notch resistant, but absolutely perfect as far as I'm concerned. So overall, pretty average experience with great construction. Walk us through your experience, Loomis.
I mean, the PB5 has never really hit for me, and this version wasn't really any different than that. I almost felt like the profile was missing a flavor component to really tie everything together. But I will say is that the cigar did a good job of presenting the flavors that were there. So they were very full, and the retrohale was kind of a nice enhancement to that. I mean, there was good definition to the flavors, I guess was what I'm saying. It's just the combination of those didn't make it a wowing cigar. So, um, I don't really see myself coming back to this one. I much prefer the show variation of the Limitada. For some reason, the PB5 just doesn't hit for me. So, all right, let's get into the scores. Start at the top with Jiunn and John both giving it a 6.10. Seth gave it a 5.60. I gave it a 5.30. So, Jiunn, how'd that 6.1 match up for you?
Yep, high score, typical. But still means that I thought it was average. It's really good construction. Taste profile was average. And honestly, after trying like last year's versions of the PD5 that they did using this wrapper, I wasn't expecting much. And kind of, what I wasn't, I kind of expected mediocrity, same as like last year. And that's basically what I got. I still have a lot of hope for this portfolio, this brand, because I loved it so much when they released it back in like 2016. So,
all right, John, how'd that 6.1 match up for you?
Yeah, it's pretty on point. I would say that the flavor profile was like slightly above average. So flavor profile wise, I see this kind of landing in the 5.75s, but like Jiunn was saying, it's perfect construction, and that's really what carries it into the 6. So when we talk about 6s, I would kind of classify this as a soft 6, because if you take away that construction and you just measure it on flavor experience, you're really getting an above average experience. So for Limitada, maybe not what people are expecting.
All right, Seth, 5.60.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, 2015 this was first released. So I thought the first release, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I think the original PB5 was really good. I think they've kind of gone downhill. I was disappointed with this release. Kind of flat flavor profile. Not my favorite Crux. There are some Cruxes that I do like. And I didn't have great construction either, so it lines up. It's kind of a disappointment, especially for a Limitada.
Yeah, my 5.3 matches up well. I mean, I had a below average flavor profile, but I did have really good construction. That's what it gets into the low 5s. So, yeah, I mean, I think we all kind of said it's kind of a disappointing flavor profile. So, all right, Jiunn, what did you want to hit on with this line?
Yeah, I think we all agree that back when they came out with the PB5, and I'm talking about the IPCPR trade show special, as well as just like I think like that soft press Toro one that they came out with. They were really good. As a matter of fact, after I smoked this one for review, I had a little bit to eat, and then I fired up one of the older ones, like from 2016, that PB5 Toro. They're completely different cigars. So, yeah. I mean, you're using supposedly the same wrapper. Granted, they're different yields of different years. I get that, vintages. But to have two cigars that are so different in profile is that's terrible. I mean, you want consistency with something like this, right? And there is no consistency. So
now, did this change factories from the original release?
Placencia
No.
this whole time.
Still Placencia.
It's always been Placencia.
Yeah.
No.
The blend change. It used to have a Connecticut broadleaf binder.
Okay.
Well, that would make a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, the broadleaf binders can add a whole level of complexity that you're going to be missing for sure. Yeah. What was the price point on this one, Aaron?
$12.99.
Yeah. I mean, that's right for a Limitada.
Yeah.
You gotta deliver on the flavor experience.
Yep. Exactly.
Skip just got back to me. I'm waiting to see if he can confirm this.
I don't think we'll have time waiting.
No, this doesn't make for exciting
recordings.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's too bad.
All right. So we just catch this video on YouTube.
Keep
Be sure to subscribe to us. Also check out the full written review on the website,
He did.
developmenthouse.com. He
did. He did
Okay.
it right. A little input on the first one. First one was great, man.
First
We
one was
loved
great,
it.
man. That's
There
the
you
best
So
one.
go back to Skip.
All right. You can catch all of our recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.